Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Scrap List Sunday where Laura and I, are going to use this layout. Now, we decided to do something just a tad bit different. Before we were always going to Pinterest or Instagram. Now we are going into Facebook groups and finding like different places to look. So Laura found this one and it was in the Hip Kit Club and it was done by Wendy Methvin. I will link the picture, like the link to where we found this in the Hip Kit group, along with the Hip Kit like group to join. If you're not part of them, you can join their group without, being part of their subscribers. Like yes, you guys all know that I do get their kit. Obviously, I'm working with one right here. But I do absolutely love their stuff and their inspiration with all of the ladies and everybody that's in there is just absolutely amazing. I just love everything I get from them, and including the inspiration from like the members that are a part of that group. So I pulled a couple of different things. I took the monochromatic style of it, which is the blues. So I took that out of there. And so I am doing pink because this is my daughter's soccer from the spring of last year. I feel so bad for her, but obviously we're staying safe, keeping everything safe. But I've got one photo of her season this year, and then that was all we could get. We had one practice, and then everything else was done and over with. So I was able to get that, and that is definitely going to go into her scrapbook and, why her season was cut short and, that kind of stuff for this spring season. But this was last year's spring season. And I'm just going to go through and get everything pretty well done for her stuff, because I'm pretty much done with first grade. And ultimately, at this time, due to the circumstances of everything, she doesn't have much for second grade, because I am going to do something different and something fun for documenting this unique situation that we are in. I am going to make its own album because I am dueling it as a teacher and as a parent that has to teach. So I've got all those photos and then just everyday photos that normally I would be at work or Kaylin would be at school or whatever the case may be. We're getting things done. And I'm documenting that. And that's the same thing, like my husband should be at work and he's not at work. All those little things. And we're documenting it because you know what? This is, everybody's like kind of like back and forth on this situation. And I'm going to be honest with you. There should be no reason. If you want to document it, document it. If you don't want to document it, then don't document it, but don't dwell on it. If you're not wanting to document what's going on right now, I get it. I completely get it. It is, ultimately it's however you feel about it. And for me, I feel completely comfortable and content on documenting this because I look at it on the bright side of this. Now, do I definitely want to be part of history on having something like this as a negative retort in our history? No, but you do have to realize that we are now part of history. Whether, however you want to look at it, back, it's been how long since it's been, a long time since we've had to document something like this. And all I get is I was fortunate enough to have great grandparents and grandparents that lived through, some of this stuff, or their family members have lived through the, influenza, the, Great Depression, all that stuff. And all we get is their stories. And here, because I am a scrapbooker, I'm able to leave back photos and the stories behind it so that no matter who picks it up, they get to know what we were doing during this time frame of this odd part of our history. It is what it is. And so, yeah. So I am documenting everything. Obviously, her soccer picture will go in her soccer album, but I am going to document it. I am going to state why her soccer season got cut short, because again, that's part of her life and that's part of our lives. Whether we want to believe it or not, it is part of our lives, and now it will be our history. And so I am now just going all that monochromatic. So this hip kit collection is, I don't know, January, February, March is one of them. I cannot remember which one this is. But I am getting, it's got to be my, you know what? It's my January one, because I'm so low on papers. Because I don't have that much papers left, and that's what it is. So, because Noteworthy came from January's collection. So, I am just using it as much as I can, and then once it's done, it'll get disbanded. Ultimately, at this point, I am pretty sure I only have one more layout left, because I think I only have like one piece of paper left to be able to document. It's crazy. But I am just finding all of these little things. I did cut this out of the Bloom collection, all of the pink and the peachy type colors, and I'm making a shelf. Now, the one thing that she didn't do, she did a bunch of like flowers and kind of curved around the photo. I'm making a shelf, like a diagonal shelf for me, and you will see how I'm able to bring it all together and make it just that much more awesome for my daughter and this photo, because this photo is of her getting ready for her first game of the season of her spring one. This is where coach was still having her play two positions. She was playing midfield, and then she was every once in a while playing goalie. Coach didn't feel comfortable yet putting her at goalie for whatever reason. And so she would play midfield and defender. Was her two main positions at this time for this particular one. And so I'm just documenting this, and I'm not going to do any journaling on this, because I do have one or two that's already ultimately got the journaling on there. So it's just mainly, I loved how this photo turned out for her, and I wanted to use it as one of the layouts. And it worked out perfect, because for me, it's got pinks and blacks on it, and that's why I took it. Yes, you can see some of the green in the photo, but that's okay. It's soft and whatnot. And I am scrapping with a couple good friends on Zoom, so you may see me lift it up every once in a while, and that'll be like the new normal for a long time until whatever happens. But here I am, I'm just adding as much as I can. I'm sticking to these pasty pink, bright pink, purplish, pinkish, I don't know, reddish colors. I'm trying to stay as close as possible to this style of monochromatic. Now I'm coming in with the hearts. That's the other thing I pulled off of this, is the florals and the hearts. She has tons of florals and tons of puffy stickers everywhere. So, and that's what I do. And then this is where I bring in the black. I just love the XOXO, and I think it's perfect for this particular layout. I just love it. I just added in two different spots, because my third spot obviously is her uniform and her socks for this, but I thought it was just cute. And ultimately, there is a third piece where one of my ephemeras got black writing, which is Happy Thoughts for it, so it works out pretty well. Now, make sure that you go check out Laura over on her channel and see what she takes for this particular layout. I absolutely love that she found this one. I think it's perfect for us. I love monochromatics. I don't do them often, but I do love when everything comes together like this. And it did. It came together perfectly. I just love it. It's exactly the way it should be and the way it looks. It's just right. And I do come in, I can't remember if I come in off camera or still on this one. I do know that I find enamel. No, I know what I use. So a certain someone, aka Scrapping Amy, wanted me to use the only Nouveau drop I got, which is exactly, came in this kit. I did not purchase it, because you guys all know I do not go down that rabbit hole. And I ended up getting one of the crystal drops for the Nuvo in my kit. I think it was for this kit. I think it is. And it's called Sweet Lilac. And so yeah, I do those enamel dots for my enamel dots is the Nuvo drops. I do make my title, and it's just small, but I love it. And it's just these small little letters from Pinkfresh Studio, and it's called Soccer Life. It works out perfect. And I'm telling you, it is a soccer life for our family. I mean, we do a lot with soccer, a lot. And to have this season cancel was just sad for all of us, because that's what we should be doing. We should be still practice soccer, but we should be knee deep in soccer right now, because we are in the second month of it and we're not, and it's just really weird. So the still shots are definitely coming up. I hope that you like and subscribe. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week, and I just absolutely enjoy you guys and enjoy the comments. So if you're new, please like and subscribe. If you're one of my part of my family, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And here I am leaving you with the Nuvo drops. I hope everybody is staying safe, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.